Well, hello! This is the Dancing Fetus, and I am currently experiencing an issue with an amazing tool. It's called Spriter to Unity3D. It's written by a user on GitHub by Durango, I think that's how you say his name. But he created this tool that allows you to import your Spriter animations as Unity prefabs. It seems like right now I'm just having issues with it not getting all the keyframes that are in my Spriter animation. So I'm just going to walk you through it. Here is my beautiful creation in Spriter, and what you see on the left here is a bunch of they're basically PNGs that I drew in GIMP, and then I have exported them, and what Spriter is doing is keeping track of the Z order, which the Z order is kind of like the foreground and background, and it's also keeping track of the X and Y position of every single one of those layers. And what's cool about Spriter is you can move the X and Y position and bind those to keyframes, and it creates these smooth little animations between the frames. Let me show you an example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this horn right, and I'm going to go to just a random frame in this animation, and then I'm going to grab it, and I'm just going to change. What this does is it changes this XY position, like so. Now what Spriter is going to do is, at that keyframe, it's going to see that horn right has moved from 0, 0 to 11.1111 and then 8.3333. And now, based on what its starting position was, which was 0, 0, it's going to do a smooth animation to that X and Y position. And here's, watch it go. And then it's going to move back. The reason it moves back is because of the ending keyframe. It is back at 0, 0. So here, on the first keyframe, it's on 0, 0. Then at frame 365, I decided the sprite needed a new home here. And then on the last keyframe of the animation, it's back at 0, 0. So it causes this weird, separation and then coming back, separation and coming back. So once I delete that keyframe, it never happened, so you don't see the horn move. I have told you all this just so I can tell you the issue I'm having. Basically, I have this animation in Spriter that works to perfection. And all this animation does is it tilts Satan's head up and then gives me a beautiful smile, and those outer lines are the problem. Those outer lines around his mouth just kind of move out just the slightest bit. Just a minute amount. It's so minor that it doesn't even matter, but it matters to me as a human being, and I want it to fucking work in Unity. So here's what happens when I put it into Unity. So if you remember that really smooth, beautiful animation that you saw in Spriter, what I've done is I saved my file, and then I put it in a folder that I created, and then this beautiful thing does its magic, and it gives me this sweet little prefab that I can then throw in my game. And if you actually look at it, this is the bone that I have everything tied to, and then all these are the sprites that I've drawn, and it kind of keeps track and animates them, and it works really, really well. Except in this instance, I'm having an issue where in Spriter, I'm saying at frame 499, the outer mouth lines are here, and then at frame 500, they're here. For whatever reason, Unity's not picking up those that keyframe change. So this is the weird effect I'm getting. Like, look at those lines. Where the fuck are they going? Why the fuck are they doing that? They're fucking up my whole life. God damn it. So it's like that frame 499 in Spriter just didn't get imported. That's the keyframe that keeps all my outer mouth lines at 0, 0 throughout the entire animation, and then just like lets them go out a little bit when the sprite swap happens to make it smile. So it's either the import tool just missed that keyframe, or it's such a quick frame transition that Unity's animator just doesn't support it, which is most likely the case. Because this import tool has worked perfectly in the past. It's pretty easy to fix. However, time consuming and a little bit monotonous. You kind of have to go through each keyframe and verify that your sprite is where you expect it to be. And then if it's not, change it. So basically I took my outer mouth lines and set them to 0, 0 everywhere they're supposed to be until they change, and I get my pretty smile. So it's fixed now, but it was kind of a pain in the ass. and hopefully in the future I can figure out a better way so I'm not having to do that much manual work. Now for the payoff, what we've all been waiting for, the Spriter animation to work in Unity. Dear God, man. Dear. Let's see if I can make it. Ah! Amazing!